Yay! We should be online now. Streaming is always complicated,
So, yeah.
man.
It is, yeah.
Not complicated, but
We don't always know when to
it's
start.
it's never sure whether
Yeah.
it is working or not.
We
it
thought
should be
we would
working.
take longer, but well, we're here a little bit earlier.
Yes, welcome, guys. This is
Hello.
of course the live discussion
episode,
stream
man.
of the last episode of Game of Thrones ever.
Freaking last episode, Toiletten Boy. Hi. Are you guys happy with the ending? Oh God, the questions, come very early. I was yes,
Happy-
I was happy with the ending. Yes,
What does happy mean? Am I happy? No.
and it's ending. I mean, yeah.
But was the ending fitting?
Yeah.
Or yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
I think so.
George.
George, how are you, man?
Uh,
Oh man, how you're feeling? I couldn't watch your reaction.
no, we
yet.
couldn't.
We couldn't.
Like,
So
We recorded it, we
How are
edited
you
it, we
feeling?
uploaded it, and now we're streaming. We
best
had no
ending.
idea.
Yeah, I mean, here you see it. I mean, a lot of people were not happy, but some
no,
are
most
happy.
people were not happy.
So it's just a question of taste. So, it's always been Game of Thrones. Has always been a question of taste and opinions of other characters, storylines, plots, everything. These guys don't know how the clock works. Nevertheless, my answer. I'm sorry. We always
don't work with a clock.
we always plan, but then we're early and we just think, come on.
And Jacob, of
Why
course,
not?
we remember you.
Of course we do. Hi from New Zealand, Kiwi Cloverfield Goldens. George is not okay. Okay. Series ended with the true protagonist. John gave Gauss the well-deserved pet, and he returned to his
Yes.
old look. Yes. Never
Yes,
truly
but-
cared about the Iron Throne, and it ended as it started, beyond the wall. Yeah, it did. It did. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arya was never meant to be in the kingdom.
No, never.
She traveled.
Yeah.
Sansa was always trained, and she was being kind of forced a little bit too into this queen. She learned a lot from
Yeah.
Cersei, so she now knows both sides, good and bad. She's a good queen. Everything ended like it, it was a good ending. It was just well deserved for every character.
Thanks, Sheepy. I know what to do. Thank you.
Goodness, what's happening? So nice to see a reaction. Wasn't hating on it. Thanks, guys. People who hate on it, it's totally fine. I mean, it's their opinion, right? What I don't get is that people always blame the writing. I hate it a lot in this episode, or not in this, but in last episodes or this episode, this season in general too. But I don't blame the writing because the writing was always on point. I think it's not always. There was some little flaws. But I don't blame the writing.
Yeah.
I say, that's not cool. I don't like that. And it's totally fine. But to blame the writing for everything that you don't like, I don't know. It's weird. Most people don't even bring arguments. They say it's shit. That's all they do.
Yeah.
That's
Sadly,
just hate. That's
it's
just
nice
hate.
to.
I hate it.
It would be nice to see arguments why it's shitty in their
Mhm.
opinion, but they just say it's shitty, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. And,
And,
that's
like-
just not how that works.
And the cool thing is they counter their own arguments sometimes. Like when you see their arguments, sometimes they do argue. When they see their arguments in the previous episodes, and then in other episodes they counter that argument again with other things. For example, what was that? With story to be too predictable and stuff, and then fan service and all that,
Yeah,
and then in the other
yeah.
ways they predict. Okay, no, that's not fan service.
Does happen.
But goodness, why don't you? It's weird. It's super weird. But I totally see that people are disappointed. I mean, it's really going. It was going down a route that was really. It was cruel. It was cruel.
And
so
it was
I get you.
either way. It was really impossible to satisfy everyone.
Exactly. It's not.
Someone would have been disappointed either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's Game of Thrones after all.
Exactly.
So many storylines, so many characters, so many ways the story can go. You can never satisfy anyone.
Yeah.
You can do it with a show or a movie where it just is one story. It's one way, one route they can go. Or maybe two ways. But not in a show like this. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Completely impossible. You know, other people wanted to see the Hound on the Iron Throne. You know, there are people like that. You can't.
I just want the Hound to live,
Me
man.
too. Yeah.
We didn't see his death. We talked about it before, like after the. I still have this thing with me. He may be alive. He's a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, he
Could be
is.
alive.
What's your overall opinion of Daenerys' character arc?
Yeah, I think this season is like Dany's character is out of arc. Many people complain about that. I don't see that way.
Me neither.
We both don't
I think
see
the
that
problem
way.
is that we saw Dany building up for 7 seasons and going like in good, bad direction.
Mostly
she
in good,
switched a
yeah.
lot. And because this season was so quick and was rushed,
Yeah.
I think people forgot kind of, because it wasn't explained as in the last season
Of
why
course.
she did these
Yeah.
things. I think that's why it was bad. But if you think about
Honestly,
it was not bad
my
writing.
own one and only big criticism is that this season, as well as the last season, was rushed.
A lot, yeah.
That's my biggest criticism. If they would have been 10 episodes like usually there is in Game of Thrones, it would have been way better and it would have been way greater, and most people would have been not as disappointed as
Yeah.
they are right now.
Yeah.
I think details were missing and
Yeah.
side informations were missing that we were fed to in last seasons and
Yeah, I
first
mean, like
seasons.
the whole first 3 seasons kind of were filled with little details
Yeah.
that kind of made people even feel like season 1 was bad because there was so much details,
Yeah.
too much to
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But that was missing,
Yeah.
and that is a criticism, yes. And I gotta give everyone that, because that's really something that I think everyone can agree on.
Yeah.
Everyone.
But what's your overall opinion of Daenerys' character arc?
I think it was always meant to be that way, and I
It
think
didn't
from
surprise me.
from season 1 you saw
Yeah.
that would happen.
You know, she always tried to do the right thing and all. I was also disappointed when she just killed innocent
Yeah,
people
me
in the
too.
city, but that doesn't mean, just because I'm disappointed doesn't mean that it doesn't fit her character or her
Yeah.
character arc.
You know, people post on Twitter like all these, okay, I freed that slave, I freed the slaves, I did that, I did all the good things. But just think about like it from another perspective. She burned so many people. Like innocent, she burned innocent people. Not all the slavers were bad people, not all the nobles were bad people, not all the Khals were necessarily bad and
Yeah.
stuff, you know? It's just like, because like Tyrion said, because we were told that they are bad and
Yeah.
because they would harm her.
I-
It's like, it's the same with the people in King's Landing. They could have turned on her. They could have done that. They could have
course.
done that. They could have betrayed her. So she thought for herself, okay, I'm not going to do that again. Like in Slave or Space, she killed the slaves. And people were complaining about that
Yeah.
so much. She just thought, no, I can't do that again. I will rule. And I was meant to rule. That was her mindset. And in the end, she did
honestly,
everything to get there.
I also thought in this season, in this episode, after what Tyrion said and after what Dany admitted to, I know what is good.
Yeah.
Like with John, I was like, okay, many people will be satisfied because now they know how Dany's mind works.
Totally.
But no, they're still against it, and they're still.
But honestly, I love Danny's
it was
character.
so well explained.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
love-
what the problem is here.
I see
Please.
why people are disappointed that
Right.
in the end she didn't turn towards the good and she didn't turn towards the innocent, you know?
Yeah.
She used them, or she killed them, you know, but you know, it could have gone this or that way. She was always like in the middle, and in the end she turned bad, and
Definitely.
I can totally see that she was
Definitely.
on both sides, and
Yeah.
the writers chose to make her the Mad Queen. And why is that bad? I mean, it can be bad for a lot of people, but why is that wrong? You know, why is that bad writing?
I mean, it's bad for all the millions of people who died.
yeah,
You know. And also, I wasn't annoyed. I wasn't annoyed as myself because I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal.
oh god, where were we? Goodness. Okay. Disappointed we didn't see the brand pull off his face and it be revealed his little finger.
Yeah, man, that's like a big criticism. Like, what the hell, man? I expected Littlefinger to return. Jesus Christ.
That would be cool. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Thanks for not jumping on the hate train. Honestly,
We're not
I
jumping on
wasn't
any
even on
train.
the hype train. I was like, yeah, sure, let's
I
watch this.
personally blame. What do you personally blame? I don't know.
I think he personally blames. I don't know.
Okay, left your reactions. It's the end of an era.
Yes,
it is.
Ellie, it
It's
is.
Actually, it was the foundation of this channel, like I said, and we had a big connection to you guys, to the show itself, and to everything that comes with it. And we met so many cool people. George, for example.
Yeah.
Like so many, and it just brought this whole feeling of community.
Him too, yeah.
to this
yeah,
channel.
Yeah.
It started with all this, and that's why we love it. And this will never, the love of the show will never be destroyed just because of a few details that we didn't like. Okay.
Yeah.
And even if they were a Starbucks, a Starbucks a coffee or a water bottle, I think.
I thought people took that as a meme. They didn't. They were really upset.
Yeah, exactly. Like memes is so fine.
I was
mean,
like, what?
it was a mistake that they shouldn't have done it. I agree. But come on. Does it really destroy everything? I don't think it is. It does.
Never forget that Jon was revealed to be a Targaryen for no reason.
For no reason?
I mean, it didn't
just-
play a big... I mean, it didn't... You know, the thing is, it didn't play a big reason for him. He didn't
Exactly,
make
he
a
didn't
big
want that.
deal.
It just explained. It just added to Jon's character. And
Yeah,
it just explained everything, and it kind of started a lot.
Yeah, you know, with him telling Sansa and Arya, Sansa telling Tyrion, and so on and so forth. Again, it was rushed because the season was rushed. It could have been better,
Yeah.
but it was rushed.
But I think with the time they had, even though they could have more time, but with the time they had, they made a good job out of it, I think. And I think, you know, every question people ask, there's an answer.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any open questions
Yeah.
anymore. Nothing. And that's good. So I actually thank you for the writing there, even though rushed, but thank you for the writing. I had mixed feelings about the ending. Maybe if I watch the series from start to end again, I think different about it. Yeah, that might be something, you know.
Yeah,
You
most
should do.
people will.
Yeah.
When they watch the series again, they will be like, "Oh, this is better than I thought."
Yeah.
Than my initial.
You know, we
thought
waited
was
we
about
waited
it.
1.5 years for 6 episodes,
Yeah.
and for this kind of
Yeah.
you know rushed
Yeah,
season.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I understand.
Maybe
I
that
totally
was
understand.
the. Yeah, maybe that was the thing. You know.
I'm a big fan from
Yeah.
Brazil. I love you, Ray. Thank you so much, dude.
Thanks.
Thank you.
They should have had 2 10-episode seasons to conclude the story. Yeah. The
I agree.
character development, storytelling, and some plot points needed to breathe. Exactly. That's like the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah, like these quiet scenes, like the just scenes that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They were just in there to
It's-
make the whole atmosphere better.
Yeah.
To explain the characters, to explain some backstory. That never happened.
The thing with this season and also last season, you could see D&D wanted to go to the direction of like epic battles and epic scenes.
Totally. Yeah.
Of course, they're nice and all, and they were great, but I honestly prefer in Game of Thrones dialogues.
Yeah.
I think that's what Game of
That's
Thrones
why-
is built on,
that's
and
why-
that was
yeah.
missing in last 2
That's
seasons.
why I actually loved episode 4 so much.
Yeah,
It gave us
and
a
one
lot
of the
that
best.
back.
One of the
and
best.
people hated on that, and I think it was because of the dragon, of course. But yeah, I agree. Like the details, the backstories, the little quiet scenes, like he said here, like the breathing, like just breathe. You know, give you
Yeah.
time to breathe. They didn't have that in there, or not a lot.
Okay, this is very interesting. There is not much else to blame but writing. Acting, cinematography, music, directing is incredible, but you can't possibly write a story this complex in 6 episodes and have it feel genuine. Yes, but that's not the problem of writing. That's a problem of pacing.
Yeah.
And in that, D&D failed completely.
Yeah, like writing.
Writing is
they
different.
did the best job in
They could have
writing into
added-
this
I
6
think,
episodes.
You know, my what I think is D&D is not as good in writing dialogue as George R.R. Martin is.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Yeah.
And they filled the 2 seasons with epicness.
Yeah, they
Was
fi-
it? It was.
They filled it with story.
Yeah.
But they didn't do like
these
the
details
yeah.
and dialogues, and I think these 2 seasons lacked that, and therefore it lacked a lot of episodes.
yeah, and it was just because of pace, the time. That's all. More time, and
Sure, it is.
this episode would have
It
been.
is. It is
like the
kind of
season
linked
would
to
have been.
writing.
Yeah.
But it's yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think I totally get everyone who says that, but
Yeah.
to blindly like just hate on this show and give like, for example, like the episode's 1 star or something, or just like, what is that gonna do? Or the petition, what is that gonna fuck?
The petition was
This
the
is a
best.
joke.
By the way, the
It's a
petition
joke.
doesn't change anything, because if it would have, Article 13 wouldn't have come through. So don't waste your time with that.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I think it's just a message. to
Yeah, of
send the
course.
writers, but it's a stupid message. For me, I know. I don't know. It's
also
kind
yeah,
of
let's see,
cringe,
let's
but
see.
okay.
Is this going to be saved for later viewing? Yes, Jordan, it
course,
should be. Yeah.
Of course. The
I was content with this ending. Still have many questions unanswered, but hey, there are still books. I'm good.
Yeah, let's see if the books go in the same direction
Yeah.
or if he changes it.
We just needed more episodes. Definitely.
Yeah.
I just think it's rushed and not well written, and you could feel and see it in the last episodes. Rushed,
Rushed,
yes.
yes.
Well written depends on if you mean that it was rushed. Yes,
Yeah.
But-
yeah,
yeah.
the writing was rushed, but the writing itself, the writing that was done in the episodes was good. It was amazing. What happened with The Walking Dead, guys?
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming, don't
We
worry.
can go finally.
Game of Thrones
like,
is done.
you
We're
know-
gonna focus on The Walking Dead. Don't worry.
everyone who thinks about like the other stuff, the music, Supernatural, whatever that is. Game of Thrones always had like a special place in our heart, and I think with Game of Thrones coming back, I think we just wanted this old feeling back,
Yeah.
like just Game of Thrones. There's nothing else. We can totally focus
Also,
on it.
exactly. The
And
reason
it's-
why we stopped doing two shows at the same time was because of that reason. And now Game of
Yeah.
Thrones came, and The Walking Dead kinda lagged a little bit.
Yeah.
We're aware of that. Sorry of that, but it's gonna continue from now on.
Oh, yeah.
So don't worry.
Worst season, probably. Worst season, no, not for me. But it's not the best season because it was rushed,
Yeah.
and but it's not the worst season either. I think.
Again, I personally blame the writing because it is the writing. They rushed the character development so much and contrived plots that didn't even mean much. For example, John's heritage. Yeah, that's all because of it was rushed. Writing, yeah, because it was rushed.
But you have to look at the writing that was done, not of things that they could have improved. Like the writing that was done, just explained it the best way they could,
Yeah.
the best way possible. And I think John's heritage plots that didn't even mean anything. Why does John's heritage didn't mean anything? Why does everything have to mean like 10 seasons of explanation?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean, the thing is, what did you think was gonna happen with John's heritage?
Do you think he
You
was?
know, it was revealed, and
becoming
when was
king?
it revealed? Season 5,
Yeah.
right?
Like what could come out of it? He can become king.
Yeah, that's it.
He doesn't want to be king, and
He
easy.
didn't become king.
yeah.
I don't know. There are
Because
two
of-
outcomes. 3 maybe with his death, but still.
And he decided against it, or he was decided. I mean, I think he wouldn't have done it either way. But I love it. You know, he killed
course,
Danny, and
yeah.
how is he gonna get
It
out of the
wasn't
city?
built on that. True. Again, I blame because it was rushed and they just weren't enough time to build on that. Was it bad? Yeah, it was rushed. I don't know. I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
It was rushed.
Yeah, like the details. That's everything that was missing.
My biggest problem with season 8 as a whole was how they treated the Night King.
I actually loved that. Because in the show it was never, the Night King was never like in all the theories, you know.
The thing is, from season 1 on, after we watched season 5, and everyone thought it was gonna go that way, but it went a complete different way, and everyone was so happy about it. That was the same thing with the Night King, as it seems.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that the Night King is the ultimate enemy, but he wasn't.
No.
In the end, the humans were again another magical creature.
Game of Thrones. That's why the show is called Game of Thrones, and I like it.
I can understand if people say, again, it was rushed. It was way too quick, the death of him. But again, it was well done. They could have added a few more episodes for that, maybe 1, maybe 2, but that would have been it.
Yeah, I mean, I
it
think
wouldn't have changed a lot.
he did a lot. He did a lot. Like we saw in Hardhome, we saw the battle. In Beyond the Wall, we saw him killing a dragon and a couple of soldiers. And I don't know if it was rushed. He completely destroyed everything down on the way to King's Landing.
Yeah.
And then like we had 1.5 hours of a big battle, like a cinema movie, like a cinema. I think it was enough for me.
Yeah.
And like he was like this, he was death. He was like just like a big villain, just like not human, and he just wants to destroy the world. And people actually complained that he wasn't explained. He was. Sam explained him, and that's all he was. He was created from the children to kill humanity or end humanity. That's all he wanted to do.
Normally, he was created to defend the children of the forest from humanity, but it kind of spiraled out,
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. The worst argument I keep hearing is about people wearing plot armor. It's like, yes, everything is plot, death, survival, etc. So don't come at me with the argument. Yeah, the thing is, people seem to not respect writers' decisions. And you know, when people come with like, "Oh, plot armor, this is shitty," I'm like, go and write your own story.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry,
Like,
you know,
if-
just
if-
accept it how it is.
It's the same. Like if for example, Jamie would have died
Yeah,
in Winterfell,
yeah,
people would have complained because he didn't have a story after,
exactly.
or because he wasn't with Brienne, or he wasn't going back to Cersei. There was nothing left with that.
Yeah,
It's always like that. Like, or Brienne would have died. I mean, Brienne actually could have died there. I think that was like her. Episode 2 was like, I think that was the only character really that I was prepared
Yeah.
for.
me too.
But
That Brienne and Grey Worm actually,
yeah.
for me.
So I don't know. You can. It's an opinion, and it's not the writer's fault that they did it that way. It's just their
It's their
take on it.
decisions.
So respect it, or
you have to
don't
take
have to
it.
like it, but you can't say that it's bad writing just because you didn't like it. Okay, it's that's all.
Yeah.
Dennis Death still had me shook. I grew up with her and identified with her to a certain. Yeah, me too. It really.
I loved. Yeah,
It really was.
I was
amazing.
prepared. You know.
Yeah, it was a great death though.
It was. Yeah,
Like
from her.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the dragon, and that was great.
She was killed by her family and by her lover. It sounds so weird. The thing
She
is,
will come back, Red Priest and stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. I forgot.
Yeah.
I'll come to it later. Was lost in the season that was. I just felt the revelation of John's parentage was lost in the season. What was the purpose? It didn't create any changes or impact on the show. It did have an impact. Danny died because of it.
It had a big impact, actually. Like without him, like telling, I think Danny would have actually made another decision
Of
there.
course, yeah.
Because she wouldn't have had any competition.
Yeah.
She would have maybe did it in another way. Maybe she would have give her more time
Yeah.
or something. And and John killed her in the end for that. And I don't know if that made a big impact, actually.
Otherwise, I think Danny just would have killed Cersei.
Yeah.
You know, not. Of course, civilians would have died. A lot of people, but not as many.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You have to think about it though.
Like this
Yeah.
whole betrayal, like it sparkled. It's something in Danny. I think that with Varys, with Tyrion, and everything.
Of course, yeah.
She felt so betrayed by
Yeah.
all the people, and I think that made her do what she did. Like that just it was a little bit too much then for her. I think that was the rest.
Yeah.
It gave her kind
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
rest. So I think it was a big impact, actually. Not a positive impact, but an impact.
The thing with Game of Thrones is every action has a reaction consequence. You know, every action has a consequence. Not a happy one.
Not
It
always,
just has a consequence.
Yeah.
I think that's what Game of Thrones is just there to show.
Yeah. I think this actually had a good ending. Not great, but it was oddly satisfying.
Oh, Night King, how dare you say that? You die in episode
Yeah, but I agree.
3.
What about Jamie's arc, though? It was an amazing arc. It was great.
That's another thing I would like to hear arguments about. We are also very
Yeah.
behind from chat,
Yeah.
so keep that in mind.
Please give me arguments why Jamie's arc was bad. Just explain his character to me. You explain his character to me, what you think Jamie's character is.
Yeah.
And then try to explain
Or-
why it wasn't good.
How it was destroyed, in your opinion.
Yeah. I wasn't satisfied with
No.
it because he died but it was not bad writing, and it's not bad,
I think the season
It's
was
him.
enjoyable, not great, not terrible, enjoyable. Was it rushed? Yes, definitely. Was the finale remotely close to Breaking Bad level? Does it ruin the rest of the show for me? God, no. Of course not.
No.
No.
That's something else, yeah. Like, why would a couple of episodes why would that ruin the whole other seasons, like
Yeah.
season 1 to 6?
Yeah.
Why would it ruin that? I don't know.
Sorry, but for me, it was the worst ending ever on a TV show. You can't do it worst. It
What
was
would- yeah,
it
what-
was very anticlimactic, yes, but depends on what you.
Yeah, what did you want, for example?
Yeah,
What was,
exactly. What was
what
your
would-
wish?
because
what was
if
your
you
prediction?
think it was bad, you kind of had an idea how it could end, so give us something, Never miss a reaction. Love you guys. Rated this episode 8. This season, what?
Yeah, Yeah.
this episode. Yeah, I actually agree because there
Comes
was a lot
to
of
it.
personal things that I didn't like about the episode, but I don't blame writing
Yeah.
for that. Are you glad that Danny was killed in 30 minutes without any resistance, as if she was a defenseless lamb? She what?
I mean, she never fought. If
Yeah,
you mean with that, she was pretty defenseless. She had just her dragons always.
yeah. I mean, and she fought and
Was I glad? I don't think that is the right word to use.
No,
I
but,
wasn't glad that she was dead.
but in this situation,
I just I expected it.
yeah,
You know,
totally. Like how else?
after everyone talks about the negative things. No, I heard no one say in last episode, not this one, but episode 5, man, John's face when the Unsullied and Danny started attacking innocent,
Yeah.
surrendered people. I saw no one. I was the first one that I heard saying, man, look at John's face. He's so disappointed because he doesn't know that. In his honor, he doesn't kill
True, yeah.
people who surrender.
Like, you know what was a little bit of a difference in season 7 and 8? I think in season 7, a lot of people said, okay, there was rushed, there was bad, there was that. But people still focused on positive things.
Yeah.
People still
yeah.
saw a lot of, but in this, I don't see a lot. And
Yeah.
that sucks a little bit. You know?
Of course, of
Everyone
course, of
tries
course.
to jump on like oh, I hate it. Or, oh, that was bad. That was bad. Yeah, but talk about the good things. There was so many good things in this. You don't have to like what happens, but goodness, man. Super rushed, and it shows. It caused huge character problems. It really made the timeline kind of cramped. The timeline, yes.
Yeah.
Rushed, yes, but character problems, I didn't ever actually see.
The thing
It's,
is, for example, Dominic, you saying character problems, it would have been better explained and it would have been better, yes. But character problems in itself, if you look at the general picture,
no.
there aren't big ones.
No.
Big problems.
Not. I don't see any. I think
Yeah.
if you with this season, the problem was a lot is that you kind of had to relive the past seasons to kind of have a feeling about the
Yeah.
characters' motivations
Yeah.
and what they wanted to do.
Exactly.
And in the other seasons, they weren't doing it because they were always like kind of showing before a character made a decision why he makes this decision.
Yeah, yeah, of
In
course.
this, he
It was
didn't. They
explained.
just showed, okay, he makes this decision, but they don't explain it why.
Yeah.
It is explained in the previous seasons.
Of course. You kind of
know?
have to, look at the
Right.
whole picture, like I said.
So many
Yeah,
great
yeah,
scenes,
yeah.
so many great dialogue was just cut, like the Tyrion Bran talk
Yeah.
and stuff, that normally would have been shown, and that takes away.
That's a shame, too.
That takes away like
honestly.
the realization of like how characters are or
Yeah.
how the characters actually acted in previous seasons.
Maybe we'll get an extended version as a Blu-ray or
Didn't
something.
they shoot multiple endings? Maybe we'll
No
get
idea,
even
man.
other endings. I would like to see them. I actually am okay with it ending. Honestly, it should have been the end boss. I would have liked it, but I see why they didn't do it.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Jon Snow in the end looked so much like Ned did in episode 1. Yeah, the look
Yeah,
was cool.
of
It was very
course.
cool. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
I think things you guys are viewing the criticism fairly. You guys keep repeating that we are mad because our theories are not correct, which is
No,
not
no.
true at all.
No,
We want to hear arguments why it's so bad.
we just count. The thing is,
It's weird.
when you say we are repeating ourselves, we are. I don't know. Are we? I'm not sure. But the thing is, I want to hear arguments because
so we can answer. We can.
I'm pretty sure we can counter argue those.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
There are not a lot, a couple were there, but if I don't hear arguments, if I just see the hate on the episode,
Yeah.
that was bad, but I don't.
For example,
see
we have.
any
I don't want
why.
to look it up, but we have a comment saying D&D really did something. D&D are, for example, a comment like D&D are really bad writers, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, if you say something like that, and then continue arguing why that is.
Yeah.
Like, I can't take
give
that
us an
seriously.
example, a scene, for example, or something that didn't make sense, and explain it in like with other seasons or something. I'm okay with it. I can counter argue. We can have a great discussion, but just to throw it out there or give us a question, like Jamie's arc, like question mark, and you can't expect us to really
Yeah.
counter argue into that. We can just say what we think about
Exactly.
it, but we can't like
Exactly.
counter argue to your argument. It's weird. So please give us something to actually
I always want to start watching Game of Thrones. Dude, you're at the wrong place if you want to watch Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
please. The vast majority of people aren't hating the show biased on the decisions being made. It's how the writing was rushed to fit.
It was. It
I
didn't
totally-
feel genuine and was unbelievable. Well, unbelievable is a very positive adjective there, but it didn't feel genuine. It was rushed. I can't say more than that.
Yeah, it wasn't like fluent like the other seasons.
No, it
was
wasn't.
Like a lot
Jeez.
of cuts, like a lot of
Of
hard
course.
cuts in there. And yes, I can see that. But if you see the whole picture again, the route they went was amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, there was no
Yeah,
flaws.
yeah. She talked about burning down cities like in 4 times prior this season. Yeah, Dani always had in her. I saw it coming when she crucified people.
Yeah, and she always had people
That
talking
was-
against it
Yeah,
that she trusted, that she loved, or that loved her.
yeah.
Now she didn't have any single one. Like everyone betrayed her, died, and she even lost 2 children.
Yeah.
And she just sees like one of her closest friends beheaded, and don't you don't get that? I mean, that's kind of like,
Yeah.
rock bottom there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she always had love, and she was respected the whole time, and she did what she thought was right. And from like this, everything is gone. Like everything, the respect, the love, her friends, the council, her dragons, everything,
Just, yeah.
everything.
Who are your top 3 characters in the series you loved and hated?
Ooh, top 3 characters in the whole series.
The Hound, Tywin. That's it. Jamie, yeah. Oof, there's still John though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with these 3 though.
Now I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with Jamie first, because I mean, that arc was perfect for me. It was a perfect arc. It couldn't have done better for me. And the whole thing with Brienne, yes, the whole thing with Brienne was too quick a little bit. If they would have done it,
Yeah.
yes,
We can talk
make it a
about
little bit longer.
Like, this is
But,
gonna be a longer live stream, just so you know.
Yeah.
And we have 150 people watching, so thank you so much
Goodness,
for that.
wow.
We should hurry because
Yeah,
we
I'm
are
so
behind.
sorry. We're gonna do this for a long time.
He's loved characters.
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
I actually have to say the Hound because this episode.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say
Hound,
that.
yeah.
I have to say it.
Hate
Yeah.
characters. This is very difficult because I don't think I have.
Like hate love. Let's say hate love.
Hate love.
Yeah.
Ramsey. I loved him.
Cersei. Number 1, Cersei.
Nah.
She was the craziest and greatest character in all shows I've ever watched. Like from everything that she did, from like the different sides we had. Like Ramsey he was just sadistic. Joffrey was just sadistic. Cersei had all sides. Every side. That's why I think I love her so much. Cersei,
Joffrey.
Ramsey. No,
Ramsey, Joffrey.
I'm not even going to get Joffrey in there. I really just hated him. I didn't even
and-
hate love him, really.
I think Cersei, yeah.
And kind of Tywin. I hate loved him too.
Really? I loved
Yeah.
him. He was so good.
Never thought I would end the show on Team Lannister. Team Lannister, yeah. I was very sad when they put.
Yeah, I would end the show on Team Lannister.
Yeah, like looking at all that. Now I want the Night King to win, actually. Oh, God. Sorry, what is happening?
We're really behind. So sorry about that.
What's happening? Where are we? Is that actually... Are you kidding me?
There we go.
I love your reactions. My question
Yes.
is, what do you think they will do in the spin-off? Oh,
I'm definitely Arya spinoff.
Arya
100%.
North, something North,
Yeah,
and
with maybe
Mad King.
John,
Mad King.
and Ghost, definitely Ghost. Just use a fucking real dog, man. Who cares about CGI?
Yeah. In post-production, just make him look a little bit bigger. or
Yeah, it's
something.
not. I mean,
It's hard, yeah, I know. Your reactions should have subtitles in Spanish. Okay.
First we have to learn Spanish,
Yeah.
but if you can add them, as far as I know, you can add them. So
Yeah.
you're welcome to add them.
actually. Dany has wanted to destroy cities. She's always had advisors she trusts to stop her, but this time she had already been betrayed by Cersei, and she has no longer trusted Tyrion and the other advisors. were
Of
dead.
course. I mean, Varys betrayed her and even wanted to poison her, apparently. For example, that was very bad done. Varys poisoning her or wanting to poison her.
Hmm?
After the episode, I was like, oh, Varys wanted to poison her. I didn't even pay attention to that first because it was so quick.
Yeah, no,
You know?
yeah.
It
True.
was that's why I'm saying rushed. It was rushed.
True, yeah.
Yeah, of course she did. She thought she didn't have any friends anymore. The only one was John, and even John didn't really
Yeah, in the end, he didn't
love
show
her.
her affection
Yeah,
at all
it's
anymore.
what it was.
So
Yeah,
totally, yeah. Shame on the writers who turned Danny into Hitler. What?
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. We are in Germany.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, interesting. They really compare it to Hitler. Jesus Christ. People, this is just a fantasy. My
Yeah.
God.
It's a straw man. Give us arguments, guys, and let us discuss this. And then talk about that. Like the discussion, we don't take them seriously.
Everyone isn't hearing our actual criticism. Like, we are behind.
We're very
Sorry
behind
about
too,
that. Maybe
Just
it will
need-
come.
Yeah, maybe.
The real question is, what did Pot do with this woman? Didn't he? We all know what he did.
He sang to them.
He sang to them, exactly.
The pack survived. Yeah, they
It did, yeah.
Thank you. Will there be more Game of Thrones after this?
It's over.
It's over.
Sorry to break it to you. Yeah. So, yeah, sadly, it's over.
Yeah.
What about Bran? Do you think Bran is good, or did the Night's King touch change him somehow?
Might be, but it's not,
I don't
something
think
for this
so.
season.
Yeah.
You know?
The thing is, Bran has become, after he became this three-eyed raven, he has become an emotionless person.
Yeah.
And I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think so. I also miss Game of Thrones. I see
Yeah.
more sequels. Please, I hope so. I get the impression you guys have not watched a single video on the detailed criticisms of this season. Why fans are disappointed.
I can't be bothered with criticism that I don't come up with myself.
Yeah, why would I? Yeah.
You know, why would I search for criticism if I don't have any? If you come with a criticism towards me, I can work with that.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go around YouTube and watch criticism videos about Game of Thrones. I don't do that. Sorry.
Yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, okay. I thought the coffee cup was funny.
Yeah, it is. It's really shameful, but it is funny at the end.
It is, yeah.
I feel like the season distilled into its purest form, rushed so much they missed a fucking cup. Could be true, actually.
I think that from the start, she was generally good, but just like Sir Barristan told here in Marine, the Mad King gave the justice he thought was right to his enemies. Yeah.
And that's what she exactly did.
Yeah.
She explained it in this episode. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they explained it in the whole season so much. And what's worse is that all the actors are coming out right now, grandstanding as if they knew best and that we are wrong and keep saying, what? All the actors?
You mean like Kit and Sophie and Emilia? Or other actors?
I don't know.
It actually made Jon Azor Ahai, as he killed Dany.
His niece used by killing her, he broke the wheel and brought about the dawn. I think it's something else that, yeah, you can see. I don't know. Am I at the wall with Jon? Yeah, you are. Felt Jon was a bit overshadowed this season.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah.
She was a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone Dany has killed, they were only tools to gain power. The slavers were a tool. No one were tools. Ultimately, the slaves were tools. Now the people of King's Landing are tools to gain power. Yeah, that's what she thought.
It would have been
That's what
that
she
way.
thought.
Exactly. Yeah.
It made him feel right each time until the end. Arya, Bran sleeping and waking up with blue eyes would be great. Yeah.
It would have been interesting, you know. It would have
Yeah.
gotten to another direction.
But I think that again would have. I don't know if I would like that because they ended the story with the Night King.
Of course, yeah.
And to just like throw it out there again just to make people happy, no.
Yeah.
You know, at least if they would have more episodes, then yes, but not like that, please.
And also, but if it were over 10 episodes, do you think more fans would be accepting of the outcome?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
Yes. I would have liked it even more. We both would have. Definitely, Jilly. Definitely.
The more she used people as tools, the less she cared about them. She used so many people, and she really cared about a lot of people. But in the end, I don't know. We talked about Dany so much right now. I even just want to go through that because we have so many things here.
Bran is Philosopher King. You know, I missed that. So many talks, so many great talks we could have had with Bran and Tyrion, for example.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed in episode 2 when that happened.
Sure.
I was like, what? We're not gonna get anything? Well. Drogon avenged his mother by destroying the thing that she got her killed, yeah. And by doing that, he made true version of a new and better era.
Yeah.
I am satisfied with this ending. My faves are exactly when they want it to be. Sansa has her crown, Arya is going on adventures, and Jon is chilling with Tormund and Ghost north of the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what their characters always were.
Yeah.
And what they always had to be. I mean, I couldn't see them another place. Dead. But you know, but
I
nowhere else.
was worried about Jon. I thought like he was gonna die. Arya, I was sure she was gonna live. With Sansa, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But I was worried about Jon.
Totally. Satisfied by the ending. I mean, would you like if Dany ruled the whole world? A lot of people would, and maybe it would have turned out to be great.
Yeah.
Maybe. You don't know.
We don't
Ask
know.
me again in 10 years. Tyrion said
Like-
that.
If you're here for a happy ending, you've come at the wrong place, as a great guy once said.
It's a bittersweet ending.
It is.
is.
It isn't good. It isn't bad. It's just something.
It's just
Life.
Yeah, it's just like everything is coming back to normal, kind of. You know, back to the way it meant to be.
Yeah, I guess. You know.
I'm satisfied. Yeah, okay. What happened to the Thraki? Did they go live independently again? Probably. I think
I
with
guess
the
so.
with the Unsullied.
Unsullied, exactly.
Unsullied, yeah.
Went back to Essos.
Yeah. The episode ended in 30 minutes. What? They released the studio version of Rise of Castamere with Search 10. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Wow. I'm gonna definitely listen to that. We just started watch Game of Thrones till the end of season 6 and pretend that it's ending of the show.
You
No,
can,
don't.
sure.
Please don't. I mean, that would be weird. But okay, well, your decision. Just finished watching. What the fuck was that? Yeah, no tea, no shade, but D&D don't have the intelligence of George. The dialogue suffered greatly from that and explains why Varys, Tyrion, etc. have been dumbed it.
Yeah, that's what
down
I
after
said.
Season 5.
Didn't I say it just before? I think we were coming to that minutes because, yeah.
Yeah, it was like more. Season 1 to 5 was more into like the book.
Yeah,
Like into
definitely.
the books,
Yeah.
and season 6 to 8 were just like on the screen. Like it was audiovisually intense and great and absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah.
And rushed.
Hello, good evening from the other side of the world. Both of your reactions were legit, but to be honest, I wasn't satisfied with the final ending. Like, you invested time for Game of Thrones, you grew up with it, not cool. Dude, that's okay if you feel
Totally
like that.
okay, yeah.
It's. I mean, I'm not gonna say, oh, fuck you.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna say that. I
Yeah.
can see that actually.
How can
Yeah.
yeah, I have some points too. Let's see if the books come out before he dies of old age and heart attack. Maybe, yeah. I think it will. I like the season, but I signed the petition because I thought I found.
It is funny.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
funny.
it's
It is
just-
funny. All fans disappointed or react as 1 million watchers.
May
Well,
Lord of Light protect us
Not
all.
at all. I got on today. Love you
John!
guys. John! Howdy, man.
Nice to have you here, buddy. We're behind. Sorry, guys. We were 30
wow.
minutes behind. Sorry. I had the season 8, but the final kind of saved it for me. There you go. That's something.
Yeah, that's good.
Jon should have at least killed the Night King. His backstory was either kill him or become the Night. Yeah. No. That's
No.
what we thought it was.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I can't really argue with that. I mean, yeah.
Like everything. Like people, I get why people want every death and every scene to be kind of poetic a little
Of
bit.
course.
in
I
every
would have
way.
liked that.
But I think Game of Thrones always showed that they weren't going to
Yeah.
do that
You want something to
in the
drink?
books, in the show, everywhere. So why now?
Exactly.
Why do it
exactly.
in the ending? Why change the show so much to give everyone the death they deserved? That would be weird, I think.
Yeah, definitely. In my opinion, Dany killed the people of King's Landing because she would have never saw them as slaves, like as people that she liberated before. Yeah, that's the thing. I think she saw them like they chose Cersei, and
Yeah.
why would I give a shit if they
Yeah.
choose Cersei?
The slaves fought, and the people, because she, in episode 4, was that 4 when she said, people are gonna see,
Yeah.
I made every effort to stop it,
Exactly.
and Cersei Lannister refused, but in her mindset, okay, I did that, but no one.
Yeah.
came out. No one followed me.
Yeah.
No one, changed sides. And so they were on her side too.
Yeah.
That's where her mindset was. Totally get it.
Fima, hi.
Hello.
But the journey with Game of Thrones wasn't bad at all. Of course not. Cheers to both
No.
of you. Thanks. It wasn't.
Of course not. Goodness. Writing amazing? Are you kidding? Then he turned to... Oh, God.
I mean, honestly, if I can't.
What is...
Why did you think that Danny was supposed to be the good guy? Let's argue
Yeah.
here. Drogon had a best character development than Jon. Sorry.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah,
Great scene.
man. Great dragon.
Thought all the character arcs made sense. Just wish they pieced it all together better with a few more episodes that
Yes.
they chose. Yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly
Yes.
what they should have done. Yes, I agree.
All the character arcs made sense. Just wish they pieced it all together better with a few more episodes. That's, I
Yeah.
think, the key
Just
point.
connect it a little
Yeah.
bit more and give it a little bit more details and like this quiet scene.
Thank you so much. To me, the episode Beyond the Wall in season 7 was logically worse than anything this season. I cannot disagree with that. I hated that. I hated the way it was done.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That was so bad. I was so upset. Yes,
Can
thank
see
you.
that, yeah.
That was worse.
Like season 7 was really not good.
And people said season 7 is good. No, it wasn't.
Like
it
just
was
yeah.
bad. Ah, man.
Oh my God, I'm so angry. God, don't be. Why are you angry? Was it bad for you or just
Yeah,
because it's
no,
over?
it was.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
That's not what we're arguing.
yeah.
I really like Arya's evolution from ruthless assassin back to human she once was, carrying kind of a giveaway at the end of her storyline. It's perfect. Yeah, Arya was amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bran's philosopher king is a platonic theory to the Republic. Bran fits the bill. The ending was an implication of Socrates' idea of preferred democracy. That's something.
I mean, sure,
That's
you could
something.
interpret that
Yeah.
that way.
Kinda cool.
But when Sam came with the idea of democracy, he was laughed at.
Yeah. I think that was kind of the...
Yeah.
that too.
But it's kind of, yeah, of course. It's a different system now, definitely.
I believe the sequels will fill in many things maybe some feel were missed in this last season. Maybe, I
Yeah,
hope.
yeah.
That would be cool. Like, just like John's Harrison's line. Look, God, I'm even... John's Harrison line seems unnecessary without conclusion. What kind of conclusion would you wish for? Like him becoming
exactly.
king, or he refused?
I think many
think-
people, thank God I didn't jump on that train. Many people saw Jon is a Targaryen. I mean, we know that he's a Targaryen. He's going to become the king. I never saw that in him.
Yeah, he just showed like his character was perfectly
You know,
done in that way
I
because
think, yeah.
he didn't care about like heritage. He didn't care about being king. He didn't care about power.
Or his blood.
Yeah,
bla-
he in the
bloodline,
end
you know?
he chose like the bastard he was.
Yeah.
and
I love because,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, bloodline, it doesn't change who you are. It does. It matters with who you are or by whom you are raised.
Right.
And he was raised from Ned. Not Rob. No one was as close to Ned as Jon was.
yeah,
Because Jon saw Ned not just as a father, but as like more than that.
yeah,
Rob
Totally.
didn't do that. Rob was a...
exactly.
Okay, he's dead. He looked gorgeous in white hoodie. Thank you so much, I guess. Because there's a question mark at the end.
Nice. Jon never wanted to be king, and Tyrion literally said they don't want rulers just because they have the right name. Voting Jon in because he's Targaryen would have contradicted that whole idea. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Now basing everything on the name, on the heritage, is actually what they didn't want.
Yeah.
They wanted the right leader.
Of
That was
course.
what Varys always wanted.
Varys,
That's what
definitely.
Tyrion wanted, and Tyrion thought it was Dany.
Dany, yeah.
And
He was
she could have been. She could have been.
Once...
but
man.
like it's just like this one time, and like this one mistake, this one death that happened, like the dragons and stuff, that made everything. It messed everything up for her. Pack survived. King of Six Kingdoms, Queen of North, Pirate Queen, King of the North behind the wall. Not bad played from the start.
Yeah, they survived. Tyrion's story was rushed. He was the best character till season 5. Dude, I can't disagree with that. After season 5, and even in season 6, I saw his character like... He changed.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't,
He was in another world, kind
you
of.
know, and then in season 7 he was completely useless. In season 8, partially.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, no, but again, I actually kind of like that because it just showed how Tyrion is fitted or suited for the Citadel, or for not the Citadel, for King's Landing, for playing the game,
yeah,
for being
yeah.
inside the game, for being, but is totally kind of naive and a little useless when it comes to actually how's it called, conquer, or to to get things back, or to fight against the family. I don't know what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean, yeah. Thanks for Rob and Aaron. They didn't forget him. I honestly wouldn't have cared about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, he was forgotten either way, you know.
Yeah. That's becoming evil to Rush too. It was possibility. That's
That
actually
I can't.
not,
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Of
not
course,
at all.
of course, they could have added one episode more to explain it more detailed. But Danny was always like that. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this thing were rushed, but I don't think her
Yeah.
arc changing was rushed. I don't think that. The,
The
main
main
couple
cou-
of the series were destroyed. Snow mentally, Danny physically. Good ending.
I don't know what you mean by that. The main couple of the series were
Yeah,
destroyed.
Snow, like Jon Snow, was completely mentally destroyed after like this, killing Danny, doing all this stuff, seeing everything happen in the war, and Danny was killed. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's what he means. I hope. I think. So.
I still
yeah.
okay.
Not all fans are disappointed. Thank God. John's heritage did mean something. It was one of the catalysts for Danny's descent. Yeah. Ultimately, though, this story, it was her descent, but it was all in her mind. It was not in his mind.
Yeah.
He treated it like it's information, but it's not my claim. I don't want it.
Of course,
it's not what I am. But she always saw it in her own mind. Like, this is a threat. I have to kind of get rid of that. I can't do that. And it just showed like the characters. And it showed like different kinds of Targaryens. Every time a Targaryen, it flips a coin,
Yeah.
just like this. It was amazing. So cool done. So well done. 7 hells, I'm so angry. I'm sorry.
Well, this season only criticism would be we could have done with some extra episodes of this and last season. I agree. Best TV show ever. Thanks for your reaction, guys. Thanks so much, Paul.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for sticking with us.
Sorry, but the rush is just 30% why the writing is bad. There were so many things, again, was just for the fans, not for the story. Oh, wow.
Really? The council scene with Bronn was perfect example.
I don't agree
I
with that.
honestly...
He's the perfect master of coin.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
Totally. He's the best.
The council scene with Bronn was perfect example. I can see why people see that the way. I didn't mind Bronn sitting there. I mean, there was a promise to be filled.
Yeah.
But
But actually, I think Bronn was the best master of coin you can ask for. He's been through all the phases.
I don't
From
know.
poor to gaining richer. He knows everything. He was in...
Let's say it that way. I don't know if he can do a good job. I'm not sure. I don't know if he is up for that responsibility.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I actually love that. But I think that's, again, a question of opinion here, right? I think it was amazing.
I mean, was Bronn that much loved by fans?
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, he was there.
I loved him. My father loved him.
He had good lines, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but can you... why do you...
Guys,
explain how
which character are your favorite from the beginning and from the end of the show, now that you can compare? That is that. John. Jaime's dead. Tyrion, no. Jesus, all characters are dead. I think John.
John, yeah.
Because
Master of Coin makes 0 sense. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't think so.
the Hound didn't change.
Made a month, yeah.
John didn't change. I don't know. This is a very complicated question for me. Ask me later.
God. Still think that Drogon brought Dany to the higher Red Priestess. Maybe. But would that make sense? I don't think so, because...
I thought Valyria, honestly, but...
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
Best comment was Jamie Kingslayer, John Snyder writers, season 8, season 9 Slayers.
Yeah, well, season 9 would have been great,
Yeah,
but it should have been
that's
season 8. You
great.
ruined the joke.
Method of point, no. Okay, I disagree here. But yeah, I think that's not a fact. That's not bad writing. I think it's just like something.
No, I
that's-
have to agree. Master of Coin, no, but I didn't mind it. You know, a
Yeah.
promise was to be held to him. So yeah, who cares? That would be the least of my problems in Game of Thrones season 8. Let's say it that way. Sadly, Jon and the Night King don't have at least one fight in episode 3. I'm not happy with Arya killing about him. That's okay, but you'll at least encounter in these two. Yeah, okay, that's a personal thing. Again,
Shot of Danny with the wings, Drogon roaring at a surgeon cheering with it. That was amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, like shots, music, cinematography, acting in this season, I think it was the best so far. You
Could agree.
you can discuss,
Yeah.
you can argue about writing, you can really do, and you can details and yes, but I think you can't argue about that.
if the character of Bran was a little bit more fleshed out, I would have accepted him as a king much more easily, but I wasn't. I can see that. It was like, yeah, there's Bran, he knows everything, let's make him king. Yeah,
Another thing that I loved.
there was not much detail going on. Again, episodes missing. Nothing nothing more.
Yeah. I'm totally happy with that because it doesn't always has the Hollywood ending. I agree with that, yeah.
Read my comments. We are reading your comments. Jon deserves his story ending. It depends on what you mean by that.
Yeah, no idea. I totally think the writing is bad oh god.
Because of my feeling, because I didn't like it. What? I totally think the writing is bad just because of my feelings and because I didn't like it. What an insult to our intelligence. The thing is, Mad Russian, I would really like to hear arguments.
I didn't hear any argument yet. You know, you always expect us to give arguments or why it was good. But why don't you say why it was bad and we can kind of, discuss it.
It's fine when people die and it's fine if they don't die, but too many scenes where characters get attacked too hard and didn't die that it looked not logical. You can't do that. I can't.
I don't know what to say about that.
The thing is,
I think we discussed
I
it
think
on
people
Twitter.
take everything too. It depends on what you mean. If you mean the Night King battle, it is possible for people to survive harsh conditions.
Like now, look at all the Unsullied. Look at all the Dothraki that survived that.
There were too many Unsullied.
Yeah, true. But
You said
look,
it.
look at
You
all
said
of
it.
them. They survived it. It wasn't just like the main characters. So I see it. They were swarmed.
You know,
And
is it so
Is it
difficult
so,
for people like Brienne and Jaime to survive a battle where they just have to attack or fight dead, like whites, bones that are dead with one slash? I don't
Yeah.
know. Is that so unbelievable? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you feel that way, it's okay. I'm not here to defend the writers. Jesus, I have my problems with the writers, but I don't know. That
For me,
would
it
be
wasn't,
also the least problem of the season for me.
Yeah, no, not for me. No.
I could be happy with that what happened when it would be 10 seasons. This last episode should have stretched to season 1 and the time to one season. Yeah, and the time from the it comes always to the same, more episodes.
Yeah, it does.
We love Danny, but we hate writers.
Why?
I didn't love Danny, honestly. George, I hope you're
did.
not listening.
I did.
She was a great character, but I didn't love her. I was
Danny
like-
knew people would totally rally behind her. They would choose Jon because he has the heritage. He has great. So it explained the show thoroughly. Yeah, I think they just have a good discussion there. That's good. That's amazing.
Where do you think Dragon brought Daenerys' body to? I said it, Valyria. I
Yeah,
think Valyria. You?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If the character of Bran was a little bit more flat, yeah, okay, we read that. Yeah. Jon could throw 100 meters down by the mountains. He would still have survived.
What?
Jon surviving was the problem?
100 meters.
Marco, did you cry? Yes, he did.
What? Okay, I didn't get that.
They killed all my favorite characters except Arya and Bran, but oh my god, I can't hold myself.
What?
Self-fulfilling prophecy is what the word.
Ah,
We're behind either way.
we're
30
so
minutes.
behind. I think we can't really discuss anything here.
Yeah, said I didn't get hyped this season. Me neither, but I was still excited.
Oh, I did.
Don't know why, but just because of that, I'd never hate a show.
I did get hyped in the first 2 episodes, and then I kind of got a little lost because of all the hate.
I wonder why. Oh, because of the hate, not because of me.
No, because of all the hate.
Yeah.
It kind of like got like a little bit because, guys, if you don't like something, now I don't want to get you into the like this. Okay, I respect your opinion, I do, but don't try to stuff it into other people's mouth. You know what I mean? If you hate something, don't try to force this hate into other people who loved it. Like that was why.
Yeah.
Just keep it to yourself. I mean, okay, discuss it with other people. Have great discussions. I love it. But don't write these comments and just like throw it at us that this was shit, this was bad, this was badly written, and what the fuck, and stop. I kind of like, I kind of wanted to watch it with you on my own a little bit sometimes, but then it wouldn't be cool to watch all the other amazing people who supported us and who actually discussed with us so much.
Yeah.
And like in this live stream, it's so cool.
Like,
So much
I also like Matt Russian is one who hated the season apparently, and he was in our previous seasons too in Game of Thrones. I remember you.
yeah, of course.
But yeah, Shibi says, sadly I didn't get hyped for the season at all. Don't know why, just because of that I never hate a show or writers. Turned out it just wasn't my cup of tea anymore.
Yeah.
Totally.
Completely
Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. Tyrion Tyrion summed it up in his speech. Nothing beats a good story, and it will keep us united until the end.
Yeah.
Tyrion's speech was amazing to Jon. It was great. Plot armor complaints are more about how Jon should have not put in unrealistic scenarios, which he escapes with no explanation as to how. When I raise the whites and he is completely surrounded.
I think that was kind of badly edited there, the scene. I think it was kind of this, but I mean that could have been like what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw like the people rising, they
Yeah.
coming, and exactly in the same moment, Drogon is spitting fire.
Yeah.
I don't think he fought like for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. I think it was kind of the same scene.
Then again, is it surprising? Jon is a very good fighter.
And that too, yeah.
He
of
fought
course.
against people, and people are
Whites-
smarter
whites
and
suck.
stronger than whites.
Whites suck.
Against a Night King, I would understand, or against 10 Night Kings.
Yeah.
Yes, he would have no chance, probably. But
Just think about that. Like one slice of this Valyrian steel, and they're dying.
yeah, exactly.
They're dead.
I think people are
So-
exaggerating whites.
Yeah.
they
White
think
Walkers.
they are much more enduring.
White Walkers, yes, but whites?
Yeah.
I don't know.
James' arc was tragic. Man tried so hard to change and move on, but he was just set up in his ways and died for it. I don't think he changed, or he tried to change.
He never changed.
He just did what he thought was right, or he fulfilled his promises.
He did everything that was, he was honorable.
Yeah.
He was super honorable in
his-
defending humanity against
Exactly.
like this. But in the end, everything, when the war was over kind of for him, but he wanted to save his family still
Yeah.
because it's still his family.
Exactly.
And his kid kind of,
and his love for Cersei was just strong, way too
and
strong.
That led him to so many terrible
Again,
things.
Tyrion
Why not to that?
said it in this episode. Tyrion explained it very well in this episode. Sorry, you're behind. I'm hurrying. 40 minutes. Dany's arc was tragic.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those who were scared of this, she will get mad because response. Yeah, again, from Dan, he says just all the time jumps are just too much. Yes,
I agree.
give us more episodes, exactly.
I agree.
Can't add to that. I've seen a lot of Drogon didn't kill Jon because he understood it was the Iron Throne that actually got to kill him, not Jon. What are your thoughts? I thought it was kind of like because the dragon feels that he's Targaryen. And that kind of had something to do with that too.
Yeah.
But also it was
It doesn't
symbolic
make
because
sense. Totally.
if you think about it, Dany got corrupted at the end by the throne without even sitting on the throne. Because she even told Jon, I know what is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone says that, like Tywin says, a king who says I'm king is no true king. It's almost like I know the best and no one else does. That's the first sign of corruption.
Yes, but actually, if you think about it, there were a lot of scenes in the whole show like that. I know how to do it. I will.
Her advisors were always
Yes.
able to turn her.
Yeah.
But now she was completely
She was on
lost.
her own. She was on her own. Amazing.
Guys, I thought this final season was absolutely brilliant. There you go.
Me too, but rushed.
It was great, but not brilliant. It sucks that Tyrion convinced Jon to kill Dany, but Jon was so exiled, piled into the guilt he'll carry for killing the woman he loved for the rest of his life whilst Tyrion gets to be Hand again. I think it just wasn't that. I think it was more than that. I think he, again, did what was right.
He always does what he thinks is right. And
So many people. Ned did what was right. Where did it lead him to?
Yeah.
You know? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Felt flat. Okay.
Ned Stark wake up and says 7 health. Bad dream. You guys should watch the song on YouTube, The Night King made after he was killed. Arya just died in your arms.
The council that he wants Tyrion to be his hand so he can right his wrongs. Yeah. Yeah, okay, well, yeah. Okay,
How
okay.
dare Sansa stand in front of Jon and apologize? She did it all. She betrayed him after swearing that she won't tell anyone. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're blaming her for apologizing for that? What? Yeah, okay, well, I don't know. I can't really say anything about that. What wrongs had Tyrion done, though?
I think it was also meant poetic, like, for example, trusting Dany,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah.
Don't
Telling on Varys.
don't take everything word
stuff
for
like
word,
that.
you know? Yeah. In another dimension, Drogon is bringing Dany's body to a red priest who resurrects her. I don't know. Don't think so. Let's see.
Jon was... Okay.
Yeah, Jon was too honorable sometimes, like Ned.
Which is the best episode of this season? 2 for me. It's actually really episode 2. I loved it. I just... okay, yeah, this one thing with Bran and Tyrion, I was kind of disappointed. But
Yeah.
the rest was insane. It was so well done.
I think I have to watch it again.
It was amazing. From season 2. Only focusing on the positive aspect on something encourages no growth.
We don't do that.
We don't do
I
that.
gave my criticism.
Yeah. But like us focusing more on positive things is kind of like something that isn't very common
But,
now on
you know,
YouTube anymore. with these
Drygen.
episodes.
Oh, hello, Rebecca, by the way. Drygen, this is not a good argument. There were no good things. Watch Sass Cripple recaps. I'm not going to watch someone else's videos just to find arguments for the show being bad.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? Why would I destroy something that I like? Why would I do that? I don't get it.
It's weird.
I think people are listening to other people too much and don't develop their own ideas. I'm not saying you are, but could that actually be?
It might be, yeah.
I don't know.
It's like people watching like tons and thousands of theories, and then in their head there is like this idea. Not all of you. I'm not blaming. Like having your opinion is totally fine, and coming up with ideas, it's totally fine. But like a lot of people do that they have like thousands of theories, and in their head they spin like this storyline that would be perfect for them.
Yeah.
And and then it goes into in a whole another direction, and people are pissed, and I think a lot of people really do that.
I mean, if you didn't like it and if you don't want to change your mind, okay, I guess. It can.
But
it
again,
can be
it's
helped,
the same
but
thing. Don't stuff it in people's mouth. Who
like, for example,
love it.
we're trying to tell what we liked, and you're saying there were no good things. That's not an argument. That's just shutting down.
Yeah.
I caught myself during Danny's speech thinking that it associates with Hitler, black and red flag on the wall, her speaking about freeing the world by conquering it. I don't know, just an interesting thought. The thing is, George, I think, likes to do that. And I can imagine that George told more than just the ending, to D&D, and they kind of did it that way. I could imagine that George would include things like that, like, maybe. Comparisons,
Maybe, yeah. But I didn't think about that.
No, me neither.
Well, she had a lot of these speeches actually in the past too, But the difference was that we were actually like not cheering. We were cheering for her because it was always against like the bad people and against that and that. But now it's against like people we know. It's against like characters we know we grow to love, and we saw what you can do, and that's why, we're not cheering for her anymore.
Yeah. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. For this short time, they pressed it in. It was very emotional, but maybe it will put pressure on them, or the actors have contracts everywhere else. Maybe in a
That's the thing with TV. It's complicated. It's not just what we see. There are so many things going on behind the scenes that we don't see and hear. But still, it's a shame. It could have been better.
Yeah.
With more episodes.
I think Drogon didn't kill Jon because dragon riders share a part of their soul with the dragon, so he burned the throne. Dany didn't want to kill him because she loved him, so Drogon spared him.
Interesting.
Might be like the connection's still there. It might be, yeah. I'll talk about the good things. I thought the entire final season was brilliant. The final episode was quite beautiful. Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Next TV show you react. We're gonna continue with The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Lost.
Already left 20 comments. Think enough for today. Oh, you did? What?
In the chat or the comments?
Oh, I don't know.
Given what we know about the history of Dorne and the fact that they have never considered themselves part of the realm, it seemed odd that the new prince didn't speak up after Sansa's declaration. Honestly, Dorne was a piece of joke in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
From beginning to end.
They just didn't care, and like the ones that did care made stupid decisions.
That was bad writing. Or it was just how they wanted to present it. I don't know. But either way, I can't take Dorne seriously. They're just a bunch of...
Dorne was weird.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that saved Dorne for me was Prince Oberyn.
Yeah. Tyrion summed it up in a speech. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Is allowed to post links.
No.
Please no.
I don't think it's allowed.
The same goes for, she made a pact with Dany in 6 before. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they're discussing. It's good.
Okay, yeah, that's
Keep
amazing.
discussing.
That's
people.
amazing. That's
I mean,
amazing.
it's been 40 minutes, but okay. Anyone else mad that they were breaking the wheel, but Bronn, who kills for money and would still make money, got everything he wanted. He should be in the position he's in. He should have been given the castle he was promised, and it was, and even more. I can't say anything more than that.
Yeah, I mean, he never did anything bad, because he did stuff because he would paid for it. I mean, that's
he's a sellsword, yeah.
Yeah.
And now he made it more.
Yeah.
Like he said, like he explained to Jaime and Tyrion.
Exactly. He wanted to become more. So.
I didn't hate everything. I just think if D&D had accepted the extra money HBO offered to make 10 episodes, they could have built up and justified character motivation better. Definitely.
Yes. It's mostly emotion instead of arguments. For a lot of people, I think yes, but not for all of them. I think some really have good arguments. It's really hard to argue in, like, we're kind of so behind, so we can't really argue with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
so
the thing.
Sorry. But to be honest, I actually haven't seen any good arguments. Not here in this live chat. I mean, in general, that made me kind of think about it again, or made me change my mind about something.
Yeah.
Never. So, I don't know. Theon was handled well. I liked Bran's end. I enjoyed Stark's arc for the most. A lot of denial and self-delusion, though. The problem in my eyes is that the characters weren't well utilized.
Yeah, again, yeah. Give them more time and it would have been better.
Yeah. Give more insight into the characters in that moment. And that was missing. Yeah, that's true.
Just give him Harrenhal. Why doesn't Benioff do the new Star Wars? I want to kill myself. Yeah, I'm not so much into Star Wars, so I can't really.
Me neither. I never saw Star Wars. People are gonna hate me now. I never saw any Star Wars movie. You know that?
D&D just throw all the profits to the trash, like the Azor Ahai and Valonqor. Was that played a big? Did that play a big
No, it was
role?
It was mentioned once.
In the show?
It was mentioned once.
In the books, yes, not in the show.
Yeah. I would like to discuss this with you guys, but arguing is very impractical.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that, Matt Russian.
Yeah, it's true. Now, if you want to argue, please do it on Twitter or something. we can argue there, like maybe a message or
Come an hour later, we will be caught up.
yeah, or like that. Yeah. Very sorry, but you can still we can still talk. Yeah, it's weird.
Give us half an hour.
It's weird. It's weird. Yeah.
Just
right,
waiting
you're
for
right.
spin-off and guys, which is the best finale forgotten the all season? The best finale. 10 was pretty good.
What do you mean?
Season finale.
Out of all seasons.
Yeah. What was the ending of 5? John dying, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was good too. Yeah, that one.
No, for me it's 6. I love 6. One of the best episodes still for me. Varys did nothing. The Night King was literally pointless. They still had 20 troops left. Barely had to delay their siege turned full blown stupid for like 3 episodes just to rush.
Yes, I can't say anything against that. Yes.
I agree. The Night King was not, but I disagree with the Night King. I disagree with the Night. Varys
again. It could have been done better with more episodes.
Yeah. Like Varys and Tyrion in the War of the Night King, they would always have been kind of useless. What could have they done? It's nothing about politics there.
Dude, I want dialogues.
Exactly. That was missing. Like just like these little dialogues, these little scenes where they were talking.
Yeah.
That was missing. But them not being involved in like this whole battle and the Night King and everything, I can't blame the writers for doing that. I can't.
Just came on. Maybe you've already answered with the question. Did you notice the wall was up with no damage? I thought it was like somewhere else. That's what was my hope, basically. Also wish Davos had a moment with Jon Snow before he departed. You know, these are all things.
No. That was Eastwatch, and they were at Castle Black.
True. Yeah, that's what I thought to myself then. Okay, it's probably somewhere else. That's like Davos speaking with Jon. Those are like the small things that I would like to see, but we're not gonna see because there are not enough episodes.
Exactly, yeah.
He didn't save Lannister as the season thought he was going to kill them for money. Yeah, I mean, you know, Bronn is... it's... Well, you know, after
Bronn was always
Bronn's speech with Jaime and Tyrion showed his goal.
Yeah.
He wants a house and he wants to make a name for himself, and he did at the end. So I can't forgive that, honestly. The only problem is they had not enough time that we could feel in the stories. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. The rush, that was really a problem. Like it just like went everything like the whole battle with the Night King ended in one episode, for example. I think it was brilliantly done. I loved it, and I think it was well done like that.
Yeah.
But drag it out a little bit more, give it 2 episodes maybe, and people would have been happy with it.
Yeah. Martin plants seeds and lets them grow, then shapes them like a garden. The show writers have to plan more, so they had to take multiple story branches to get them to specific points quickly. Yeah. Very true. Again, they didn't have like a book they could steal the dialogues from, so they had to come up with their own dialogues, even though they knew where the story was going. It's different, and I would say difficult, but it's different to do a TV show than writing a book. Definitely. The most satisfying ending were the character of Sansa and Ghost. Oh, I liked Ghost.
Ghost was amazing. That was really, really amazing.
Oh, it was on my heart.
Yeah, with the animals, like always, man. I know.
Dany was sold by her bro, watched him get murdered by her husband, sacrificed her unborn baby for her husband who she had to kill. Lost tons of friends, advised to the dragon, then she lost her claim. And she lost herself in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. And everyone betrayed her, kind of.
Madness makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does, totally.
I'm agreeing that Dany was obviously going to go crazy. She was losing hinges left and right. How many can a person lose before they're unhinged? I like that Dany had a great arc.
Yeah, I think that too. Rushed. No, Dany was not rushed, but the rest was rushed. Hound, Jaime, Tywin, best characters. To be honest, as soon as I saw Jon not petting Ghost goodbye, I knew he's going to return. I hoped. I mean, you can't do that. You can't do that. That sucked.
Yeah.
Top 3 episodes of all season. Oof.
Oh my god.
That's going to take too long right now.
I lost it.
How much behind are we?
Yeah, I can't go more up. That's a problem. We lost 15 minutes of chat, guys. Sorry about that. Did you guys not like season 7? It was one of the least favorite.
It was least favorite, but I
seasons.
liked it still.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I didn't hate it. If Bran showed some kind of personality this last season, I think he showed personality. It was a very different kind of personality.
Yeah.
Um,
Like he died.
he doesn't give a shit about honor.
Like
for
I think the
example.
character Bran died, kind of,
Oh, Bran, I thought we were
because he
talking about
wasn't ready
Bronn.
to become the
Sorry.
three-eyed raven. So
Yeah.
of course that makes sense, man.
Yeah. Dialogues. I'm still missing dialogues. Then he could only visualize a right word with her at the top. It was hard for me to fully cheer for someone who saw.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, of course.
Like she always tried to be fair, but as soon as it was about her claim
Yeah.
or about her position,
It got
totally
personal.
weird and
Yeah.
personal. So yeah, you met that red priest from Marine. That's where Drogon took her. Ending was too open-ended
Yeah.
to never revisit the
She
series.
might
at some
come
point.
back.
She might, yeah.
The political conclusion precisely focuses on the fact that you are not the ruler based on your family name so very low.
Is it back? Are we back? We're not complete. Stream is not complete. How dare you say it's complete? Oh, what happened?
Sorry, either YouTube or my ISP is screwing me over.
Oh, it's YouTube. It's always YouTube.
It's YouTube.
Oh, hi.
We had
hi.
a small disconnect. Sorry about that, guys. We're not ending. Oh, come on.
No. Oh, okay.
It's coming and going. It's going and coming.
I'm sorry, guys.
Guys, we are having
What's
problems.
We're having problems. Reconnection successful.
It's the 5th time.
Where's Andy for such a good show? You mean us? Thank you. No, I don't think.
Yeah, it's true though. It is a